If you're buying Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm, there's some tools you'll need to assemble them. That's right, they don't come assembled in the box. Now, it takes one to know one, and some people say that I'm a massive tool. So I'm the right guy to help you out with these questions. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to run you through the absolute essential tools you'll need to assemble the minis, some highly recommended tools, and then finally some extra things that are really useful still. I'll have links to all the tools I'm talking about in the description below. The absolute essential tool you need is some side cutters or snippers. You'll need this to cut the minis out of the sprues that they come with, and if you don't have them, you can't do that. Now, Huey here knows all about the snippers, the snip snip. It was a very sad day for him, so make sure you're careful because something bad might happen. With the snippers, you can cut out the parts from the sprue, and they have like pegs and holes that press fit together, and you can assemble the models that way. And it comes with like these IKEA instructions essentially of like how to do it all. So that's super easy. And that's all you essentially need to assemble them. But there's a lot more that make it much easier and better. When you cut the parts out of the sprue, you'll get some little bits of plastic left over, and what you want to use to clean those up is a hobby knife like this. You can use the sharp side to cut any leftover bits of plastic or anything you need to clean up. You can use the blunt side to clean up mold lines, which is really useful for when you get to painting them. And you can use the pointy end for picking your nose. The other recommended tool is some plastic glue. This really helps just like keep everything together, obviously. The way it works is it kind of melts the plastic, so it helps in when you use the plastic glue, you can't see that there's two parts because it kind of melts them together. It makes it look better. It also helps the pegs fit into the holes, I found, as a bit of like a lubricant. And finally, it tastes like chocolate. I really like these small tubes because if you get a big bottle, they tend to go off and then you've wasted a whole bunch of glue. And with the tubes, because you're pressing the air out as you use the glue, so then there's no air to react with the glue in there, so they last better. So the tubes are the best. So now you've got the tools to put the minis together nicely. There's a couple extra tools that help out in this to make it even easier and a bit safer. So one thing to get is a self-healing cutting mat. So they're really handy because they obviously protect your table. You don't gouge out of it. And they're soft, so your knife blades don't go dull as quick on them. And they really help you draw circles. So that's something. The last thing that is really useful is to get a light. Now these ones that kind of look like a, you know, an old guy's thingling, they're good. So they have a desk clamp, so that lets you fit more minis on your desk, and they're a bit bendy, which helps you put the light in the right place, and that just really helps with everything to do with minis to be able to see what you're doing properly. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if there's any other tools that you think I've forgotten that are essential for assembling Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm, then let me know in the comments. And if you want to get onto painting your miniatures, then I have a video on how to zenithal prime your minis, which I'll link that way. Cheers.